everybody. Hi, everybody. There you go. I'll do some e-waste, specifically circuit boards, specifically gold-plated circuit boards, and gold recovery for the rookies, for the dummies, such as myself. I don't know that much about this stuff. Neither does my dog. I don't know nothing. What I do with this stuff is I send it to a place like Boardsort.com. There's other places as well. Boardsort's the one that I'm familiar with, and I know for a fact they'll send you money right away. So I'm just going to stick with that. Cashforcomputerscrap.com is another one, and there's probably other ones out there. What I have here is a surplus of computers that have built up on me because I've been making YouTube videos. I normally wouldn't let it go this long. That goes for all my little projects. YouTube is very time consuming, but I've been meaning to do a gold-plated circuit board video, or circuit board video. People have been asking me for a long time, and I've been planning on doing it, but it's a common theme with everything I do. Putting all my time into YouTube videos is such a big project for me now. It's out of hand, you know. So I've been planning on doing one video of a giant load that I'm going to send off, but I decided just to make this video, and I've got too much now anyways. It's going to be more than one load. When I say load, I mean shipments. I'm shipping this in the mail. Boardsort.com is in Alliance, Ohio. I looked on the map. It looks like it's just about in between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Kind of right in the middle of there. A little southeast of Akron, Ohio. If you live anywhere around there and you can manually, physically take this stuff to them, that is just a wonderful deal for you. If you live anywhere near a scrapyard that will take this kind of stuff and give you the same prices that Boardsort.com is going to give you, this is a wonderful deal for you. I'm going to show you a lot of the stuff that I have, and then I'm going to go to Boardsort.com and give you a screenshot of how they do things and the main things they're looking for, and explain how to make a shipment. So this video is for the average person who doesn't know what every little thing on here is called, because I don't, and I just don't have the time to do it. It would take me years and years and years to make videos talking about what all these little things are and all the technical names and what they do, and I don't have years and years and years to learn all that, and the average person is going to be like me. There's people on YouTube like EWASTE Ben and lots of viewers on YouTube that know all the technicalities of this stuff, and there's videos out there. If you want to learn, you can do that. But my video is just going to be about the basics and how I do it, so you don't have to know anything about anything, and you can make a really nice amount of money on this stuff without knowing anything. This is a CPU unit. See, we can go right into the technical stuff. That's the brains of a computer. That's one of the main things that Boardsort will buy. Boardsort, the main categories are going to be everything you see when you open up one of these PCs. There's going to be RAM sticks and the motherboard. The CPU unit is going to be hidden underneath this heatsink. There's hard drive boards. There's disk drive boards. Our main category. I suppose I'll get into that when I get to their site. For now, I'm just going to show you the stuff I've been stacking. Just kind of building up on me. All these little cell phones. I thought I had more cell phones around here. Anyways, they might just be dispersed throughout here. I thought I had a bunch of them. Anyways, I mean, I have a bunch of them, but I thought I had them in one spot. These cell phones go for good money. It's, if you take the battery out, it's $3.75 a pound. You can just ship them with the battery. It's $2 a pound. I noticed the battery themselves on Boardsort is 80 cents a pound. So like there's a RAM stick out of the computer. Boardsort has pictures of all their main categories, like they'll have a picture of that. It makes it real easy. And a while back I had decided, I used to sell the stuff that's not main categories. I used to list it on eBay, like boards like that I'm not sure what it is. And then I kind of decided I don't want to sell it on eBay because I don't want a novice to get a hold of this and try to recover the gold with all that acid and stuff and have an accident. But I think what I'm going to do is just sell, like there's a motherboard out of a computer. I'll ship all these main category stuffs, all the stuff that Boardsort has pictures of. I'll sell all that and ship all that to Boardsort. And then for these oddball deals, like boards like that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to that's another motherboard. See, I don't know what to call that board, and most people aren't. Boardsort has forums and discussion rooms and stuff where you can figure out exactly what everything is and what they'll pay. They will buy every different board you can find, but you got to find out what it is and how much it's worth before you send it to them. And that's fairly time consuming for a person such as myself, and probably you, most of you watching. It'd be very time consuming to figure that out. So what I'm going to do is, Boardsort has tons of different categories, all the real popular stuff. Like there's a hard drive, there's a hard drive board. They buy these hard drive platters, they buy the whole hard drive. But for this stuff like that, I don't know what to call that. I have no idea what kind of board that is. And I don't want to take the time to figure it out because I only have one of those boards, you know. And it's only going to be worth like $1 or $2. And do I want to take an hour and a half to figure out exactly what it is and what it's worth? Maybe it's worth $3, but still, you know what I mean? Very time consuming. So I'm actually going to take all the boards. I don't know what they are. And I'm going to sell them on eBay in an auction. And I'm just going to put a big note on there saying, you know, if you're not experienced with doing this, then don't buy this stuff. It's dangerous. You know, I want an experienced person to do this and do it properly, you know. So I just know that when people get wind of they can get gold out of electronics, they might go to eBay and waste a bunch of money buying stuff and pay too much for it, you know. Is another thing why I would want an experienced person to buy it. I got a whole tote full of CD drives here. I am going to crack those open and take the boards out. That's a real quick deal. And like taking the boards off these hard drives is not bad. It, you know, it's scrap, so it doesn't have to be pretty. Those are called gold cards, I believe. Those would be those right there. Those are what I just showed you. This one's got some RAM sticks in there. Those are called gold fingers. The gold plate you see on there. Power supply. Boardsort buys literally everything you're looking at inside this PC here. Any kind of computer circuit board. some towers or laptops, Boardsort.com is going to have listed with pictures for you just to go look at real quick. It's another gold card. So basically, if you have a bunch of computers laying around for whatever reason, or even if you just have a couple, you can make up a small package. Everything in there is bought by a scrap place like Boardsort. And if you're within driving distance, that's just wonderful. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. Just hanging out. Just kicking back. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But you gotta take all these like little batteries and stuff on these circuit boards. You gotta take all those deals out. They don't want to deal with those once they get them at Boardsort. The refining process, they don't want those batteries mixed up in there. Alright, let's look at the price list on Boardsort.com for all this stuff. These are gonna be about $15 a pound, give or take. It's quite valuable when it all adds up. One thing I forgot to mention is I made videos in the past where I've said doing this is just a hobby. You can't do it for a living. The only way you can do this for a living is if you're doing it on a large scale. And it's just a hobby, but that's not saying that, you know, it's not a good little hobby to have. You know, it's a side project. I just know that there's videos out there that want views, and they're misleading. You know, silver and gold and blah, blah, blah. You're not going to get rich doing this. But for just a little side project, to take these out and store them away, that's a good idea, you know. Basically, this is like a little hobby for me. That's one of the little things that I do for money. But you're never going to do this for a living, unless you approach industrial level, like the places where I send this to. They're making money doing it. A living, I should say, you know. I'm just talking about the actual recovery of metals. A lot of this stuff is sellable. I mean, people can resell that like on eBay stuff for good money. When I say it's a hobby, I just specifically mean, and I'm talking about the videos that might lead you to believe that you can recover the gold and precious metals out of these and make a fortune. It's just not going to happen unless you're doing it on a big level. But selling, I mean, reselling these CPUs and RAM sticks, and if you're technical enough and you have enough experience and you know what you're doing, then you can make real good money doing that. I'm just talking about scrapping, recovering metals. Alright, here's Boardsort.com. It's actually really self-explanatory for the popular main boards that come out of PCs and stuff. These two links are the main ones, the payout rates and the sell material. If you click on payout rates, they list all the prices for all the boards. Like those motherboards you saw me messing with, here they all are. Large one's $2.75 a pound, the small one $1.75 a pound. I was calling those one deals gold cards. They're actually gold finger cards, gold fingered cards. $3.20 a pound. And see, the wonderful thing about this site is you click on the description and they got pictures of everything. See that? There's those gold cards I was talking about. All the different motherboards that come out of there, they have really nice descriptive pictures. The difference between a large motherboard and a small motherboard is the socket size. And that's the socket that the CPU comes out of. That gold square chip I showed earlier comes out of there. It's like a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch bigger or whatever. You got to measure it. It's real easy once you get the hang of it. The first time you send a shipment, it might be a little time consuming, but after that, you'll understand exactly what you're doing. These are just all the boards. Here's the gold fingered RAM I was showing you. They don't have a picture of it there. They do have a picture of it over here on sell material. So this would be like when you have all your stuff ready to go. Click on circuit boards. And here's the actual place where you enter the pounds, the ounces. Of course, you're going to need a scale to weigh everything. I have the link for the scale I use down in the description. If you want to check that out, it's a wonderful scale. I highly recommend it. Not only for shipping, but also for scrap metal. It weighs up to 300 pounds. Have a look at that. Let's see. I was trying to show you a picture of the RAM. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Memory. There. Right here, they'll have a picture of it here. Nice pictures for you to look at. There's nothing better than a picture for a description. And that's what makes this site so easy. On these main types of circuit boards, which is going to be everything that comes out of computers. And here's all the different CPUs. Like they have pictures of all the different kinds. Brown ones and green ones and fiber ones and ceramic ones. And they have pictures of everything. And they want you to have everything sorted out together so when they receive it, they can just look at it and weigh it and give you your money right away. If you have stuff all mixed up, there'll be a delay in you getting your money. So you want to follow the directions. On site, they have the directions. Follow those and you won't have any trouble getting your money right away. These are all the different kinds of CPUs. One thing I have to say is these older ones, down here at the bottom, look at the prices. $120 a pound, $110 a pound, $85, $65, $65, $42 a pound. When you start getting down here to these really expensive ones, I do have to say that I've heard that there are collectors out there that will just straight out buy these for well more than what the scrap worth is. These are $120 a pound. These are coming out of old computers. So if you find an old computer, you might have some really nice money on your hands. So the ones you're looking at right there are $110 a pound in scrap. If you're fortunate enough to come across some stuff like that, you might want to look into selling it on eBay for a lot more money. The more of these that are scrapped, the more rare they become, so there's not going to be a whole lot in existence. And I'm sure every day there's less and less. Here's a category for cell phones, with battery, without battery. Those are self-explanatory. Category down here, miscellaneous. All kinds of different stuff. Hard drive platters. I guess the platters are actually the silver discs. I looked at the black aluminum and said that. So there's a hard drive without the board. This black piece here is only 30 cents a pound. So it's basically the price of the aluminum. They actually buy insulated copper wire, 40 cents a pound. That's about what a scrapyard will do. Aluminum heat sinks, 40 cents a pound. That's about where aluminum's at the scrapyard. Just go through the site. It's real. There's pictures of everything. There's really not a whole lot more I can explain. Although I did notice, this is new on this site, they actually are buying flat screen monitors and televisions. I don't know if it's televisions. Those look like monitors. Let's see. It just says flat screen. Flat screen 15-inch at $1 a pound. That's a wonderful price. I wish I had a scrapyard that I could physically take those to for that amount of money. I could make a bunch of money doing that. Down here, 17-inch flat screens, $3.50 a pound. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Boardsort has added that recently, or at least since the last time I came here and looked through the miscellaneous category. They also buy silver-plated brass. Where was that at? Right here. Oh, that's new. They buy silver-plated copper. I think that's new as well. $2 a pound for silver-plated brass / copper. That's really nothing special, I suppose, for copper. But brass at a scrapyard is like $1.30, $1.50 a pound. If it's silver-plated, they'll give you $2. That's not bad. But shipping that kind of stuff in the mail, kind of no good, because it's going to add to the weight of your package, of course. But those flat screens, $3.50 a pound for that. My goodness, that's a wonderful deal. Problem is the shipping cost of getting it there. I know I can send a 60 to 70 pound package to them for like $40. So, if I put $150 worth of boards into a package like that. I'll profit, you know, $110 give or take, you know. What I can say is FedEx is going to be your best bet for real heavy packages, most likely. I mean, check it out yourself. But for like little packages, the United States Postal Service has flat rate priority mailboxes, and you could probably stuff a lot of like RAM and little boards like that in there, and that would be a real cheap way to send stuff to them if you can fit it in there. Shipping, just find the best way. If you got a bunch of stuff and it's real heavy, it's probably going to be FedEx. You might take a look at UPS, ground shipping. For real heavy stuff, you want to avoid the United States Postal Service because they really charge a lot for that. But I guess that's about it. I mean, I can just sit here and tell you all the stuff that you can just go to boardsort.com right now and see for yourself. You know, I mean, the link for Boardsort's down in the description. The link for my postal shipping scale I use, I can also use it for scrap metal. It's such a wonderful scale. That's also down in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for watching.